Singular you, conflicting the second person pronoun. The second person pronoun, you, is a pronoun that is used to refer to the person that is being addressed by a speaker. The one whom the speaker addresses is usually represented by the second person pronoun, you. Take for instance, James and John, two good friends, are discussing sports and all of a sudden, James says something unrelated to John. James, you have a really nice jawline. Now the example given above gives you a relatable depiction of how the second person pronoun, you, works in sentences. It represents the addressed. What you should also take cognizance of, is that the second person pronoun always attracts a plural verb. It attracts a plural verb whether or not the addressed is singular or plural, like in the example above. Let's take an example with a plural addressee. A band is discussing backstage on their recently completed live performance, and the band leader says to his crew, "You did a good job out there." That's an example of the second person pronoun, you, representing a plural addressee, typically taking a plural verb. So it is a rule in the English grammar that the second person pronoun takes a plural verb, regardless of the addressee being singular or plural. However, some linguists have argued that the second person pronoun, you, can be used to represent unspecified persons in a sentence instead of the indefinite pronoun, one, in which case they appear more personalized and informal even though they refer to no one in particular, achieving a singular disposition. The indefinite pronoun, one, is a pronoun that is used to represent persons in general without being specific. For example, when a teacher is explaining a concept in a classroom, the teacher might use the indefinite pronoun, one, in a number of ways to emphasize points. Take for instance, a teacher taking a lecture on the causes of road accidents could point at the inevitability of accidents by people's mistakes, saying, one may not be aware of oncoming vehicles on the road while driving. Here are other examples of the use of the indefinite pronoun, one, in sentences. One must always be thankful for what they have. One can't tell what one's future will be. One can't imagine the pain of another unless they have been through it. One must endeavor to be kind to others. You would have noticed that all these sentences sound formal or rather too serious per se. And this is where the singular you substitution comes in. To illustrate this, here is a substitute of the indefinite pronoun, one, for the singular you. You may not be aware of oncoming vehicles on the road while driving. You must always be thankful for what you have. You can't tell what your future will be. You can't imagine the pain of another unless you have been through it. You must endeavor to be kind to others. You will notice that while the examples above with the indefinite pronoun, one, sound formal, the ones with the singular you appear more subtle and informal in tone. When the singular you is used in place of one, it no longer functions as a representative of the addressee. The reason being that the persons it now represents are unknown, hence you can agree that it functions as an indefinite pronoun rather than a personal pronoun. The singular you is used in place of one in informal contexts, when you intend to sound more lenient in your exposition. Though one is the indefinite pronoun recommended for use in formal cases like academic writings, legal proceedings, etc., the singular you sure looks like it conflicts the second person, but that is not the case. The singular you is just a repurposing of the second person personal pronoun to function as an indefinite pronoun representing persons that are not known. It is used when references are being made to nobody in particular in any form of exposition, and they are deemed informal in this context as opposed to their formal counterpart, one. See you soon.